I started this event today mentioning our role and our special powers as a community, but I never really had any idea that we are something called a virtual community of practice. I didn't know until I met an amazing member of our community and a lecturer and researcher, Lusine. Thank you very much for being here. I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you very much, Lars, first of all, for this opportunity. I'm really blessed to have this opportunity to share the result of our work, because it's mainly grace to you, because you opened the door and you said that, yes, you can observe our community. Hello, everybody. Let me just introduce myself in a few words. It's always important to know who is presenting. So my name is Lusine ARZUMANYAN. I am Armenian, but it's already 15 years that I'm living in France, in Lyon. I am based in Lyon. Hello, Boris. Ça va? I'm teaching in different business schools. I studied in 3 different countries. The first part of my studies, well, it was in Armenia. I studied management, but once admitted, we all discovered that it's not management, it's finance. So it was like 80% finance and only 20% management. So that's why I decided to continue my studies after finishing, of course, my studies in master in finance and audit. I decided to completely change or study something else than numbers. So that's why I decided to come to Lyon in 2009 and do my second master, which was in international business administration. And just after, I continued my studies and I did a PhD. And guess what? The topic was about communities of practice. So during several years, more exactly 4 years, I was working with French company Groupe Seb, which is more well known with Roventa, Tefal, Moulinex. All these brands belong to Groupe Seb. So I was working with the director of innovation, who that moment was creating a virtual community, and the objective was to bring all these people who are dispersed geographically, bring together in order to contribute to the innovation. So that's why I started to learn how to create and manage a community of practice with some digital tools. Well, after my studies, I worked for Deloitte as external auditor, and then I returned to education. And I continue to work with several business schools, as I said, like OM Lyon, IDRAC, SK, Deci, etc. All they are very well-known schools in France. And one beautiful day, one person that I really appreciate, Charlotte, wrote me. I met Charlotte in Groupe Seb, and she said, Lusine, I think that you have a very interesting paper to write about a wonderful community created by Lars. I say, okay, can you tell a little bit more about this community? And when she started to present the community, I say, oh my God, it's a virtual community of practice, and it will be really interesting to study this community. And it was in 2019 when we started to work together, and she conducted the first 14 interviews with you, Lars. And then I started to code and to analyze all the verbatims of these interviews in order to transform these verbatims to the research paper. I presented the paper in a very prestigious international conference, which is EURAM. And it was really very good. Honestly, I didn't... it was beyond my expectation. And so then I decided, what if we transform this communication to research paper and to send it to review? And we did it 2 years ago. And when you are sending this kind of work to a prestigious review, you need to wait to see if you are having a desk reject or your paper is accepted, and you will have several stages of evaluation. It's blinded evaluator, so people don't know what kind of paper, who is the author, etc. They are evaluating, and after 3 rounds of evaluation, we had finally our paper, which is what is published at the end of November, sorry. And today, Lars, I can share it in this community, and I can give the possibility to all of you to read the detailed paper. But give me just 5 minutes to present the main results of this paper. And then I really would be glad if you want to, for instance, be interviewed by me, because it would be better to have some long-term research. If you are ready, I can discuss about it. So, do you see my screen?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Okay, I will just put up PowerPoint presentation, blah, 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 up here. So, it's better, right?
Yes, perfect.
So, the paper was started with Charlotte. Then I told to my colleagues Natalie and Katja to join us. So we were 4 for this paper. As you see, there is a very nice diversity. University from Morocco, from France, 3 universities from France, and 1 from Réunion. So what was the main topic? We wanted to know how people, especially why people participate for free to this kind of communities, why they are giving their time for free, what they are looking for, and how they can keep people motivated, because it's very complicated to keep them motivated. So the interesting thing is that, as you can see, recently we have lots of researchers who are speaking about virtual communities of practice. You can find some short definition and why they are important. They are facilitating the different exchanges between people who are geographically dispersed, etc. But I said that it would be interesting to have a theoretical background. In our case, this is Deci and Ryan self-determination theory. They started to speak about this theory in 1985. Exactly the year when I was born. So they said that there are 3 main reasons why people participate and why people are motivated to grow, and they are looking for competence, autonomy, and relatedness. What is competence, autonomy, and relatedness? Here you can find the definition of the authors, Deci and Ryan's, and they call this theory théorie de autodetermination theory. And I said that this theory maybe can explain why people are sharing their time, are giving their time for free in a virtual community, because they are not living in the same country. You have always some differences in terms of hours. So if you are located in Armenia, with France, you have 3 hours, etc., etc. And in Colombia, I guess, so it's in the United States, it's much more. So why people stay connected and why people are working for free? And I said that I think that this theory could explain. So we started to have some first interviews. We had the possibility. So my research question was, what are the motivational factors influencing participation and knowledge sharing in virtual communities of practice? And Educate4.Life is a great example of this kind of virtual community of practice. And the methodology that we have, it was longitudinal study, because we were observing the community from 2009 to 2022. For this paper, but I'm still continuing to ask lots of questions to Lars in order to update my database, and I have lots of data coming from observation. And we applied some mixed approach. We started the process from the kickoff in 2018, and then the different key events who can change the community, or who can, bring some new beginning to the community, to completely change the direction, etc., etc. So we were studying the process, and then at the same time we were studying the content that these people are sharing. So that's why we had the 14 semi-structured interviews with core, active, and periphery members. So as you know, there are lots of periphery members. They are just here to read, to stay connected, but they are not active, participants. At the same time, you can have some active people who are really contributing. They like, they comment, they create some discussions. And at the same time, you have core group, which can, for instance, be the author from some sprint in Education for Life, some taking some initiatives, coming looking for you and encourage to you to participate. So there are three different levels of participation according to Wenger, who is the, let's say, father of communities of practice. And we said, okay, for these three different people, three different categories, what kind of data we can collect and what kind of results we can have. So our intuition about self-determination theory was confirmed, as you can see from these verbatims coming from our interviews. I let you read. People are here to have some new competencies, to have some new skill based to this community, to learn something, to update something, You were talking about artificial intelligence. It can be, for instance, one reason for this or that person why they are joining your community, because they want to have some new competencies. The second part, autonomy, it was also confirmed because what people appreciated, that they can create a project, they can create a sprint, they can have some ideas, but they are at the same time completely free to work. They have this precious coaching from Lars, but they are free to give some ideas. And it was one of the reasons why people are motivated and why people participate into this virtual community of practice. The third one, relatedness to a purposeful community, is also confirmed. So they are here to new people, to know new people, to stay connected to, for instance, for me, it was just amazing to discover all these people coming from Colombia, finishing by United States. So it's just wonderful. This is one of the reasons why people can be curious to take part of this kind of community. But we have something which is important, that it is not written in this theory of autodetermination, that people especially are here for this community because they can work on their massive transformative purpose. I guess people who were here in the beginning, you had lots of sessions about massive transformative purpose. They grace to this community, they could found their own massive transformative purpose, which was the case of Charlotte, for instance. And some people are here just for having some exclusive resources and activities. For instance, in the beginning we had a wonderful coaching session from Bogdan. I don't know, I had the different possibility to see what you are doing, guys. It's something exclusive, okay? So I cannot have access to this information if I'm just working on my field and I don't know what happens in the world. And of course, the third factor of motivation was energizing leader. People were mentioning that the presence of Lars is really, really very important for them, and to see how he is motivating to change today's education system, really give them energy and give them the desire to contribute to this community. And what is the interesting fact that we have discovered grace to this paper, and maybe this is one of the biggest contribution, is that according to which group you belong, you will not have the same sources of motivation. For instance, if you are a core group member, for instance, you are very, very, very active, you are in the origin of different initiatives, etc. For you, all these reasons that I have mentioned are important. When you are active member, mainly you are focused on competency, relatedness, MTP, and a little bit exclusive resources. When you are a peripheral member, you are here just to stay connected to new people. You can never know what kind of opportunity you can have with them, and mainly for exclusive resources. And what was interesting is that Educate for Life was created before COVID-19. And let's say, grace to COVID-19, the process of development was accelerated. And this COVID-19 had some positive effects because increased digital adoption and engagement. It has the relevance on online collaboration. So people, I remember here in France, I had lots of new opportunities to teach during COVID-19 because let's say old professors, they said that no, we don't want to invest in these kind of tools, Zoom, Teams, or I don't know what. If it's not a physical course, I'm not ready to invest my time and find someone else to replace me. So that's why, for instance, me, I had lots of opportunity because I was ready to adapt my teaching methods and my teaching tools. But at the same time, we had some challenges like competition from other digital platforms for Educate for Life, higher demands for exclusive high quality content. But if you are alone, you cannot nurture your community. You need some people who can help you to create this exclusive content, this high quality content, in order to attract people, bring them to your community and make them part of this community. So at the end, I would like just to sum up what are the main factors that we have observed based to this study, and what are the main constraints also, because we didn't only ask some questions about why you participate in this community. We also asked about barriers, for instance, what kind of challenges you have, what are your individual, technological, I don't know, organizational barriers that you have in this community. And we discovered that it's not easy to find a place in the community, especially in the beginning. And it can be something which will afraid people, and they say, oh, there are lots of people, maybe I'm just an imposter and I don't have enough skills, how I can contribute. They are all brilliant people. So what I'm doing here, that's kind of, feelings you can have. You can also have this problem that you are always looking for having an impact. And if several months is going and you are not finding how you can have this impact, it can create some frustration. You can also have some technical difficulties because of digital home, because of the other notifications that you are receiving. So it makes you sick and you say, no, I'm leaving because it's not okay for me. I receive lots of notifications. So it's not easy. It's not, easy to find some information or find some community. So I'm lost. And I had some, for instance, feedback. And then you can have lots of problems about personal and professional life balance, because people who were interviewed, they were all having job. And in spite of this fact, they could always find some time for this community. But if you have a family and children, which is, for instance, my case, and I guess also for some of you, it's not easy to work on a sprint when it's very, during a very short period of time. You have lots of things to do. You have to prepare some document at the end. It's not easy to have this personal and professional life balance with this kind of online community activity. So that's why not all people stay, or they can just find some temporal break or something like this. So guys, this was the main let's say points that I would like to cover with you. This is very short presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and at the end I will share the full paper with you in order to give you more detailed overview. And at the end, I would like to speak about limits. What are the limits for this paper? The simple size and scope. Simple size, there is only 14 person who were interviewed. Short observation period, because when you are doing these kind of papers, you need to have at least 5 years of overview. When we were writing this paper, we had only 3 years. So that's why I'm still in contact with Lars, and we are trying to update, we are trying to transform the content of this community to other papers. For instance, now I am working on a paper which is based on Educate4Life, and we're showing how you can transform learning community to business. Okay, and the question is how you can make them live together without having any problems. And another problem is that we don't have any comparative analysis, because this is the case focused on Educate4Life, and we don't have any similar community to compare in order to see if it works for Educate4Life. Maybe it will not be the case for another similar platform. So these are the main limits that we have mentioned. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you are interested, let me know or keep informed Lars, or maybe we will send a mail letter in order to see if you want to participate and give me 13 minutes from your life. And maybe in my next paper here, you will have your initials, and you will participate, and you will have an impact grace to this kind of paper. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Lusine, for your presentation, but also for your incredible consistency and professionalism over this many years. It's, to me, sometimes it's been like, oh my goodness, now there's a long list of questions again that Lusine needs me to answer. Data about the dynamics of the community and all that, things that I would probably not even think about. But you helped me actually to reflect also on the dynamics of the community, how we can strengthen it, make it more valuable to everybody, and of course grow so we can grow our impact. It's very much thanks to all the learning that we've had from your work, Lusine. So cheers to many more years of cooperation.
Now I'm sharing the article so you can have full access. Is it okay for you? Do you see the article? I forget to say that this is a very prestigious journal. As you know, in Academy, there is ranking of journals, first rank, second rank, third, and fourth. Of course, the first one is top, but very few researchers in France, they are publishing in first rank. This is a second rank review. And this article was published in this second rank review. So I'm really happy. And once again, thank you, Lars, because you really helped. Without your help, we could never imagine, because when people are evaluating your paper, you can ask lots of details. And if you don't have someone like you, you cannot respond, and you are not responding, they are eliminating your paper from the evaluation process.